I was just gonna start recording. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Things are good. Things
Mm.
are good with me. I was out,
Wonderful.
I was at the farmers market this morning, in Poway.
Okay.
They,
Okay.
uh,
You
they,
saw a lot of you saw a lot of colorful vegetables.
yeah, and fruits. I bought lots of fruits.
Wow.
They say it's organic, and
Uh,
I've got two people who I go to who I trust, but I don't know, but
hmm.
even them, I'm not 100% sure.
uh,
Anyway.
uh, yes. So, so what we'll do, we'll start our day today. But before we start, Dhruv, I want you to find out from everyone if everybody is comfortable, and you can also ask them to take a deep breath. I remember a professor on Coursera. In his videos, he always used to say, "Take a minute, be comfortable," and only then he will start talking.
Yes.
So just do a quick roundup from everyone. Jay is here, Neetu is here. Find out how they are doing,
Huh.
and then
So
you can do that. Then you can do that 4, 2, 6, whatever box breathing, just for a couple of minutes. I'm
I'm
handing it over to you.
ठीक है तो I mean तो इस कॉल पे अगर हो हो सके तो like keep your camera on तो हम सब basically like हम feel कर सकते हैं कि हम सब in person मिल रहे हैं. Yeah, and also it's like a challenge. Like it's like a
Yes.
it's like if you're here then you're here fully, and then हम सब एक दूसरे को देख सकते हैं. Hi Aswan.
Yes.
Hi Naveen. Namaste. And hi Om. So if you can keep your camera on, that's nice. Let's just do some anulom vilom. So it's basically alternate nostril breathing. Um, so you can begin. So basically, we're gonna breathe. Uh, anyway, I'll explain. But the aim here is to breathe like you can't even hear your own breath. So you breathe so inhale so slowly and exhale so slowly. ठीक है. So I'll explain first, and then you can also do it at your own pace, but we can do it together also. So let's inhale from the left and hold your breath, and then exhale fully from the right and hold, and then inhale from the right fully and hold, and exhale from the left fully and slowly. And now on your own pace, you can do that say 5 times. And to finish, exhale from your left. So you're um, good. So this is a good grounding. कि we're coming into the present moment. Um, good. Okay, great to see more people. And again, if you're here, अगर आप कैमरा ऑन कर सकते तो अच्छा होगा, तो हम सब देख सकते हैं एक दूसरे को, लाइक हम एक ही कमरे में बैठे हुए हैं. And now um, let's all unmute and just say hello, so we can hear everybody's voice. ठीक है? So
Hello.
and
Hello.
on three. So okay, fine, that's fine. ठीक है? So yeah. Just start saying. You can unmute and say fine. So on three. So one, two, three.
Hello.
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 Hi, Dhruv.
Hello.
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 बढ़िया. Okay, good. So it's good to just let your voice in the room. ठीक है. So we like do have an agenda for today, which I can share as well. But I think the first thing is to do basically so I think Dr. Such and such, and you'll be talking about the stammering pattern, both physical and avoidance and value voluntary stammering. So over to you. Yeah.
Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much. Am I audible to everyone? Okay,
Yes.
good. So
Yeah.
basically, now we will do a round of voluntary stammering. And when you are voluntarily stammering, be more aware of your body, your face, and the inner struggle and the inner thoughts. That is what your stammering pattern is. Because some people, when they stammer, they go like this, their head goes to one side. Some people, when they stammer, they don't do anything at all. They simply are quiet, but the struggle is going inside, and then they speak. So they take very long silences. And even though they may be thinking that I'm speaking fine, I'm not stammering at all. I'm only saying words very nicely. I don't stammer. When I stammer, I just go in a silence. So I'll say, I'll talk like this. My name is Satyendra. I did not stammer, at least outwardly, but inside there was a struggle. Because in those long pauses, there was a struggle inside which was invisible, but still the other person can sense. And and that miscommunication, you are trying to say I don't stammer, but the other person says something is wrong. So that miscommunication becomes a burden to the flow of communication. The other person, instead of focusing on your message, keeps on wondering, what is wrong with him? I wonder. Is it dementia, or is it Alzheimer, or is it failing memory because of age, or is it stammering? So all these are our patterns. So we all have our own patterns, and to study our patterns, we can do a little bit of voluntary stammering, and we will afterwards. I'll tell you what are the various benefits of voluntary stammering. But right now, I want everyone to do a wholehearted, full-blooded voluntary stammering, right? And when you're doing it, at that time, maintain your presence of mind here, on your face, inside here, and try to figure out what do you always do when you go in a block, right? Some people, when they go in a block, they raise their shoulder. My name is Sachin. So raising of shoulder, tensing of these muscles, notice all these things. So let us all do it together. I'll give you a demo, and we will say only our name with a roaring block. Satendra. So like this, we have to stammer on our name. And now we'll do it together to save time. Okay, guys, one, two, three, start. And also unmute yourself. I want to hear.
Oh,
Need,
na na
yeah.
naman.
Absolutely.
Namin.
Right. Okay, okay, very good, very good. So, what did you notice? I'll just ask randomly couple of people, and then we'll move on. So, Sophia, what did you notice about your own block? Forget about my block. Think about your own block. How did you? What happened? What was your particular pattern?
Um, my I was thinking to say the word as much as possible in a very short time, and I was trying to force the first syllable out the most.
Okay, right. And were there any secondary behavior on the face? I mean, did your eyes blink like this, or did
Yes, sir,
you?
yes, sir.
Huh? Again?
My eyes do blink whenever I get a block or whenever I stammer.
Okay. Was there any tension in the lower jaw? Like this tension? Was there any tension in the lower jaw?
Sir, I think more in my tongue region and
Okay.
my main vocal cords.
Okay. And was there any tension in the front of neck, this area?
Uh, I can't say for sure.
Okay. So we'll do it once again. Everybody, please unmute yourself and do one more voluntary stammering and pay attention to all these questions which I've just asked. What happened to your face? Was there any was there any abnormal tension anywhere in your body? Shoulder, front of this thing, or face? Did your eyes blink? Did your face go like this? Or was it tendency for tongue to come out? Right? So pay attention to all these things. So let us all do it together. One, two, three.
O o o o Mar o
Chirag.
Naveen
Naresh.
Naman
True.
Omdeep Kumar.
Okay, very good. Now Chirag Verma will unmute and do it. Chirag, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now do your voluntary stammering on your name.
Uh, Chirag Burma.
Okay, what did you notice?
Actually, I noticed that there is some pressure on my lips and jaw, and
Hmm.
also like my breathing is getting out from my uh, neck.
Okay. So when you say Chirag, chi, at that time, where is your tongue and what is it touching?
Yes, touching.
And is there any stickiness there? Stickiness.
Yes, yes.
That tongue
Stickiness
touches
there.
something. So what is it which tongue is touching in the process of saying chi? Which part of your mouth is your tongue touching?
Actually, my teeth, you can say, upper
No,
teeth.
no. Say it again and observe. This is what I'm trying to emphasize that you have to
Chirag,
study. What happened? Where did your tongue touch?
upper part of my mouth.
Where is it? Upper in the back, all the
No,
way
no,
up?
up,
Huh?
all the way up, not back.
How will you localize it? Localize it further. Just behind the upper teeth. Is it just behind the upper teeth?
Yes.
Correct. So that is how you study your own stammering. And voluntary stammering is your lab where you study your own stammering pattern. So this is how you have to, I mean, this is the kind of detail which you need to go to in order to work with your stammering. So we'll do it once again. Everyone unmute yourself. And when I say three, do a voluntary stammering on your name. One, two, three.
O o o
Chirag
na
Burma.
Naveen
Naresh.
This is Kumar.
Omdeep Kumar.
Okay, very good. Jaya Gupta, tell me about your stammering. What did you notice? ज-
हेलो सर, मैंने अभी किया नहीं था, पर मैं
अच्छा,
अभी ट्राई करती हूँ।
तो हाँ अभी करके मुझे बताइए कि आपने क्या नोटिस किया।
जब मेरा मुंह नहीं, वैसे मेरा ऐसा ब्लॉकेज होता है कि मेरा मुंह ही नहीं खुलता है। मैं
हाँ,
अंदर ही अंदर स्ट्रगल करती हूँ।
अच्छा, एक बार दिखाएंगे करके जरा।
एक्चुअली मैं
वीडियो।
जस्ट अभी उठी हूँ, तो तो मैं
अच्छा
अभी थोड़ी 5 मिनट से ऑन करती हूँ कैमरा।
अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है।
जी।
हम्म। ओके, इस बीच में मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा वरुण को। वरुण, जरा बताइए आपने क्या नोटिस किया अपनी स्टैमरिंग के बारे में।
ओके सर। गु, 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 गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
सर, मैंने मैंने मेरे स्टैमिना के बारे में ये नोटिस किया कि लास्ट वीक में जब मैं अकेला होता हूँ तब मैं काफी अच्छी तरह बोल लेता हूँ। पर जब
एक मिनट,
हाँ।
ये बड़ी पुरानी कहानी है, ये हम
हाँ।
सब की कहानी यही है।
हम्म।
मगर अभी मैं चाहता हूँ कि आप मुझे
हम्म।
ये बताएं कि अभी आपने जब वॉलंटरी स्टैमरिंग करी तो आपने क्या नोटिस किया अपनी वॉलंटरी स्टैमरिंग के बारे में।
वॉलंटरी स्टैमरिंग के बारे में क्या?
आपने क्या नोटिस किया, क्या फीचर्स थे उसके। सबकी स्टैमरिंग अलग अलग होती है ना, तो आपकी स्टैमरिंग किस मायने में फर्क थी बाकी लोगों की स्टैमरिंग से। ऐसा करिए, एक बार करके दिखाइए मेरे को जरा वॉलंटरी स्टैमरिंग वरुण पे।
वो वरुण सोनगिरे।
वरुण सोनकेरे। तो
ओके।
आपने क्या महसूस किया अभी। एक बात मैं कहूंगा कि ये वॉलंटरी स्टैमरिंग बहुत अच्छी नहीं थी, आपने में कोई स्ट्रगल नहीं था।
हम्म।
ये तो ऑलमोस्ट बाउंसिंग टेक्निक जैसा था, इसमें आपने ना तो स्ट्रगल किया ना वैसा कुछ दिखाई नहीं पड़ा। फिर से करिए एक बार असली वाली स्टैमरिंग,
ओके।
असली वाली।
हाँ 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 हाँ। हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज वरुण सोनगिरे।
ओके, अब मुझे बताओ कि आपने जब वरुण बोला तो क्या हुआ था, कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम थी, कहाँ पे रुकावट थी,
सर,
क्यों वरुण बोलने में लगा।
मेरा जो प्रॉब्लम है वो मेरा वहां पर मेरा मतलब माउथ ओपन नहीं होता है सर, जल्दी।
नहीं, आपको मुझे ये बताना है कि जब आप वरुण बोलते हैं तो
हम्म।
आपकी जुबान क्या करती है और क्यों उसमें देर लगता है वरुण बोलने में। और अभी आप सोचिएगा, मैं और बाकी लोग से पूछता हूँ मैं,
ओके।
सोफिया है, अश्विन है, एनीबडी, कैन यू टेल मी व्हेन यू से वरुण, हाउ द फर्स्ट syllable is being pronounced, what is your tongue doing, which part of your mouth is tongue touching. Varun, very simple. But the thing is, you've been stammering away carelessly, mindlessly, unconsciously. So therefore, you do not know these things about your own stammering. It's like during COVID, somebody said that because of COVID, one day I came down from my room and I found some strangers, and they were very good people. And then I realized that they were my parents. So this guy was living in the same house, but he was IT professional. He was always busy with his laptop. So he never noticed that people living downstairs were his parents. So during COVID, he came down and then he realized, Arey, these are very good people. And then he realized that they are my parents. So that is how your stammering has been fooling you. So can anyone tell me what happens when you say Varun? Varun, do it a couple of times and then give me the answer.
So the tongue,
I've been told that scammers are very intelligent people. Let us check it out. This hypothesis. Go on. Yeah, go on. You can raise your hand if you want to answer.
हाँ, I think so Sophia, you were saying something, no?
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I feel that you huh, have to use your lips and the tongue. Uh, the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth when you say the word Varun, and you have to curl
no,
your tongue as well.
That's the whole
no, no,
word.
no.
The whole word, I
Mm.
think, saying to say the whole word Varun. I think she's saying to say the R,
Okay.
you have to roll
Yeah,
your
yeah, R.
Only
Exactly.
to say, Varun, the initial syllable.
V, V.
How is it pronounced? Okay, Rudra
सर
Pratap also try. Okay, Rudra Pratap, go on.
सर मतलब जो वह होता है ना वह
हाँ
ये उसके लिए जो अपना ये बॉटम वाला जो लिप होता है लिप वो
हाँ
हल्का सा ऊपर आता है और फिर ये हवा पास पास होती है लाइक वह इट्स लाइक दैट
हाँ 50% करेक्ट. नीचे वाला लिप, लोअर लिप is touched by upper teeth, these incisors. V,
या
v, like this. Upper teeth, lower lip. When they touch, you start a V sound. But V sound starts only when they meet and part. If they keep meeting and if they don't part, then the V sound will not come out. It will be like Varun. So what is the problem here? That the upper teeth and the lower lip are stuck. And that is why Varun sound is not coming out. And if you have been stammering on your name for last 20 years, this is what you should have noticed by now. And after noticing it, you can consciously say, okay, I will let my upper teeth and lower lip come apart consciously. Then you'll say, Varun. वरुण समझ में आया? क्या होमवर्क है आपके लिए? आपको पीएचडी करना है अपने स्टैमरिंग के ऊपर.
यस सर.
हाँ, everyone. So this is the task for you, that you have to do a PhD on your own stammering, not somebody else's stammering, not Ritik Roshan's stammering, not Joseph Biden's stammering. You have to be a PhD on your own stammering. Which words cause problem and why do they crop and why do they cause problem? This is what you have to study. Okay, so now we will go to this stammering pattern consists of two things: avoidance and secondary behaviors. So you have understood a little bit about secondary behavior. Secondary behaviors are when the sound is not coming out, you use extra force. It's like when a bottle is not opening, you then grab it tightly and then you use more force, right? But sometimes using more force is not a good strategy. For example, if you're threading a needle, if you're threading a needle, and if the thread is not going through the eye of the needle, what do you do? Do you use lot of force? No. If you use lot of force, the needle will break and thread will still not go through the eye of the needle. So you use, then what do you do? So I want to ask Babu, Babu, if you're if you're threading a needle and if the thread is not going, and as you know that you can't use force, then what do
हाँ
you do?
अ, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ कि जो उसको थोड़ा धीरे से मैं उसमें लेकिन मैं निकालने की कोशिश करता हूँ क्योंकि जब मैं उसको उसके जरिए उसको मैं करके निकालने की कोशिश करता हूँ तो वो उसमें जाएगा ही नहीं।
Okay, ठीक है, बिल्कुल ठीक है. Does anyone else want to try this answer? Because this answer should come from someone who has actually done some sewing and stitching. So let me ask Neetu, when you thread a needle and if it is not going, then what do you do? Neetu.
सर सर मैं तो उसे थोड़ा अपने मुंह में डाल के फिर ऐसा ही करती हूँ मैं
एकदम सही, एकदम सही.
थोड़ा उसे
What?
वेट करती हूँ ताकि वो
Uh,
स्ट्रेट अच्छे से चले।
yes. Babu, समझ गया अब? Babu, have you understood now?
जी सर। जी
You
जी सर
do
मैं समझ गया।
you do like this. You do like this. You put the thread in your mouth, take it out, and then again try. Why? Because with the saliva from your mouth, the sticking filament comes together, and then the thread easily goes through the needle. You don't use force. So in the same way, In the same way, when the words are not coming out, you should use a gentle strategy to come out of the block and not use any force. But normally, what happens? Our tendency is, our inborn tendency is to use force. So we keep on using force and nothing happens. So it looks something like this. You keep on using force and nothing happens. So therefore, as soon as you become aware that you are not making any progress, you should stop using force and use some other strategy, which we will discuss later on. But right now, I want all of us to think about the secondary behaviors and avoidance behaviors, and we will be very soon going into breakout room where you will be discussing about these and making a list of your three secondary behaviors and three avoidance behaviors. And that list, when you come back, you'll be putting those three lists in the chat. So very quickly, before you go into breakout room, let me say secondary behavior is something which happens after the struggle has started. As long as nobody asks my name, I am fine. But when somebody says, "What's your name?" and now struggle starts, I'll say, Sachin. So my doing this is a secondary behavior. My tensing this thing is secondary behavior. My blinking rapidly is secondary behavior. If I do like this, then this is my secondary behavior. Tilting head to one side and all those things. So this is secondary behavior which happens after the struggle has started. And whatever you do before that, much before that, like I know that this man is going to ask my name, I quickly go out of the room. Or uh, or I start something else. I start asking his name instead of he asking me. So that is avoidance behavior. For example, you are going out on the road and you see your professor or some senior coming, and you think that you have to say you're supposed to say to him good morning, and you're going to get stuck on good morning. Then you either turn around and walk back or change the road or change your route. This is avoidance behavior. In the same way, you have done, say, for example, you have done BTech and you're looking forward to interviews, but you don't pick up the phone when the interview phone comes. Call for a interview on phone comes through. You don't pick it up. You ask your mother to pick it up and say he's so and so is sick. So all these are the avoidance behaviors. So very quickly, let me ask Naman Jain, what is one popular avoidance behavior with him? What is one trick which he uses to avoid stammering? Naman.
हम्म, जैसे मैं दुकान पे जाता हूँ तो सामान का नेम बोलने की वजह मैं कहता हूँ ये सामान दे दो उंगली करके।
एकदम सही बताया आपने, एकदम सही बताया। हम कई बार इशारे से काम लेते हैं, वो दे दो। वी डोंट से कॉलगेट टूथपेस्ट दे दो, वी से वो वाला टूथपेस्ट दे दो। कई बार लोग ये भी करते हैं कि अपनी मार्केटिंग अपनी मदर से करवाते हैं, छोटे भाई से करवाते हैं या वाइफ से करवाते हैं। और इससे ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हम करते आए हैं। अ, इसी तरह से व्हेन आई बिकेम ए डॉक्टर आई बिगैन सेइंग, इवन व्हेन समबडी आस्क मी इन माय स्ट्रीट व्हाट्स योर नेम, आई से डॉक्टर सत्येंद्र, because until that time saying Satyendra was very difficult. I used to always block on S sound. But if I could use a prefix like doctor, then both the words used to come out. And sometimes my friend will joke with me and they'll say, "Of course, we know that you are a doctor. Why are you telling us
और
that?"
ऐसे पहले मुझे अपना नाम बोलना
So that
होता।
was the avoidance behavior. So all this was is we are talking about avoidance behavior. Avoidance behavior is something which we do to avoid stammering. But when stammering begins, then whatever we do in our body is a secondary behavior. So now I think we should divide you in breakout rooms. Dhruv, can you handle that?
Sure.
Are you ready? Okay.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
go into your breakout rooms, and Dhruv and I myself will be visiting these rooms. Narish also will be there, and you have to make a list of secondary behaviors, three most popular secondary behavior in your case. Don't be influenced by other people. Have a discussion, but ask yourself, how do I avoid stammering? What are my three most frequent tricks? And in the same way, then also write it down on paper. How many people have brought paper and pen? Show it to me quickly. No, no, show me the paper and pen. Uh, show it like this. Show it like this. How many people have brought pen and paper? Show it to me. हाँ, आप लोग अच्छे बच्चे हैं. गुड बॉयज.
नहीं
मगर
नहीं
यहाँ कुछ
actually,
शैतान बच्चे भी हैं. चिराग आप लाए हैं? आप क्यों नहीं लाए? आप कैसे नोट करेंगे फिर?
Actually, uh, like I will put it down on laptop on notepad.
मैंने कल ये ग्रुप में छोड़ा था. मैंने कल ग्रुप में लिखा था कि पेपर पेन लेके आना, क्योंकि उसी लैपटॉप पे यू आर अटेंडिंग जूम सेशन ऑल्सो, देन राइटिंग कैन बी डिफिकल्ट. And psychologists believe that writing by hand has got its certain benefits. Okay, so Dhruv, start open the rooms and let people go in the rooms. So
Okay.
three secondary behaviors and three avoidance behaviors. Everyone has to write down or note down or whichever way. And then when you come back, you have to share it as chat.
Okay. How like long should the breakout room be?
The breakout room should be, I think, 7 minutes are enough.
Okay. And also as well, we like have some mentors here also. Bhupendra, Naresh, Sunil, myself, and also the doctor such and so like we'll do five groups with those and if you have more questions and stuff, you can ask your mentor. ठीक है? Okay, starting. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, it started.
वो कोई आइडिया है?
हाँ, मतलब जो ये जो सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर बिहेवियर जो होता है वो मतलब जब अपन बात करते हैं तो वो जो स्ट्रगल होता है तो स्ट्रगल के बाद का जो बिहेवियर होता है वो होता है सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर।
हाँ, तो ऐसी जो भी चीज हम करते हैं जब हकलाहट आ रही है, to escape the हकलाहट, to escape the moment of stammering, whatever we do. So it could be closing your eyes, could be putting your head down, it could be going into a block which is silent. um, yeah, all those things. ठीक है? Let's first write the secondary behaviors. Actually, you can write them both, secondary behaviors and avoidances, and then we can talk. Let's take 1 minute more to complete, and then we can share. Okay. So, who would like to like we can just share whoever wants to go first, आप share कर सकते हैं. Yeah. Or if you want, I can go first and then whoever wants to go next. So for me, जो होता है कि मैं word को restart करता हूँ. Like जब मैं बोल रहा हूँ, okay, I'll say re restart like that. Basically, I'm going back on the first sound and trying to say the whole word again. Instead, I could keep going and say restart, restart, instead of saying restart. So yeah, so that's what I do. Sometimes I talk fast to escape the moment, and then I also sometimes put my head down. So those are my secondary behaviors or escape behaviors. And avoidance is sometimes at home when we have अगर कोई मेहमान आए हैं घर पे, तो in front of my family and those guests I get more nervous, and then मैं थोड़ा सा घबराता हूँ और नहीं बात करता हूँ. और हाँ, also मैं फिर ब्लॉक में जाता हूँ, तो कोई सा साउंड भी नहीं बाहर आ रहा है, and then I just maybe avoid talking. So that's also an avoidance behavior. And sometimes I use the filler words like वगैरह. तो हाँ, that's mine. Whoever wants to go next, आप बता सकते हैं.
यस, तो जो मेरे जो सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर है, मैं उनके अंदर ये, मैं थोड़ा फास्ट बोलने का ट्राई करता हूँ जब मैं हगलाता हूँ तब। और मतलब जब मेरा कोई ब्लॉकेज आता है तो मैं ये जो मेरा माउथ है, माउथ वो थोड़ा ज्यादा ओपन हो जाता है, और मेरे को थोड़ी सफोकेशन सी महसूस होती है। और जो और मतलब ये कन्वर्जेशन के बीच में मैं कभी कभी ब्रीथ ब्रीथ करना भी मैं भूल जाता हूँ। और ये चौथा सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर है कि उस टाइम टाइम पे मैं उतना आई कांटेक्ट नहीं बनाता हूँ जब मैं हगलाता हूँ। और जो मेरा अवॉइडेंस बिहेवियर है, उसके अंदर मैं अपने दोस्त को कहता हूँ कि तू पूछ ले किसी भी सामान के लिए, ठीक है। और या कभी कभी जो बस कंडक्टर होता है, मैं उसको डेस्टिनेशन का मैं उसको नाम फोन से शो कर देता हूँ इंस्टेड ऑफ स्पीकिंग। और थर्ड चीज की भाई, ये मतलब ये अभी भी काम के अंदर जो प्रोग्राम होते हैं उसके अंदर आई अवॉइड टू टॉक विथ रिलेटिव्स। सो ये मेरे ऑडियंस बिहेवियर सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर है।
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Huh. Who wants to go next?
है। म- मैंने 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 मेरे ती, तीन से चार तीन से चार अवॉइडेंस हैबिट्स मैंने नोट किए हैं। सबसे पहले जब भी मैं कभी होटल में या फिर किसी रेस्टोरेंट में जाता हूँ, तो तब मैं वहां पर मैं खुद ऑर्डर नहीं करता हूँ। मैं 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 मेरी फैमिली को वो ऑर्डर करने बोलता हूँ। और सेकंड, अगर कोई जब भी अगर कोई मुझे अगर एकदम सडनली क्वेश्चन पूछे, तो फिर मैं वो ट्राई करता हूँ कि उ, 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 उसका आंसर कोई और दे। और और थर्ड थिंग ये है कि जब भी हमें जब भी हमें किसी किसी चीज के बारे में इंक्वायरी करने, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हमें कहीं ट्रिप पर जाना है, तब फिर हम लोग कि, किसी भी होटल को कॉल करते हैं। तो फिर मैं ऐसे सिचुएशन में मैं और करता हूँ। और 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 मैं किसी और दोस्त को ये काम करने बोलता हूँ। एंड जो सेकेंडरी जो हैबिट है, वहाँ पर सबसे पहले, जब भी मैं हकलाता हूँ या फिर मैं स्टैमर करता हूँ, तो फिर मैं वो जो सेंटेंस है वो मैं जल्दी जल्दी खत्म करने का ट्राई करता हूँ, क्योंकि वो एक तरह से वो एक तरह से वो कैसे वो कैसे भी वो खत्म हो जाए। एंड जो सेकंड एंड और एक जो है, जब भी मैं हकलाता हूँ, तब मैं जहाँ पर मैं हकलाता हूँ, वहां पर मैं ऐसो के सपोर्टिंग वर्ड का सपोर्टिंग वर्ड का सहारा लेता हूँ। जैसे कि ऐसा कोई एक ऐसे बहुत सारे सपोर्टिंग वर्ड है, उनका मैं सहारा लेता हूँ। एंड और जो है, जब भी मैं स्टैमर करता हूँ, मैं मैं जिस बॉल पर भी स्टैमर करता हूँ, फिर मैं वह समय फिर से एक बार शुरुआत करता हूँ।
हम्म। ओके, थैंक यू सो मच वरुण। आपने वो सेकेंडरी वीडियो बनाया है क्या?
सेकेंडरी वीडियो, हाँ।
ओके ओके ओके, गुड। तो एनीवे, तो शायद ये उस वीडियो में ये सब कुछ है, बट एनीवे, सो ये ग्रेट। थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग। एंड फिर हम अब अभी लाइक और लाइक बात भी करेंगे कि हम अभी सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर को कैसे हम सुलझा सकते हैं या कैसे टैकल कर सकते हैं। ऑलराइट, अश्विन, या
Yeah. I'll go next. So my secondary behaviors are I feel a tension in my chest and lips while stammering, and also I'm having an eye blinking, and also I feel a blockage of air in my chest, and also I sweat so much while stammering.
wait, sorry, what was the last one?
I sweat so much while stammering. Yeah, sweating.
Sweat. Wait, sorry. Then tension in lips, sweating, and then the middle one. I'm sorry. I
Yeah, there is a blockage of air in my chest. Like I feel a block in my chest.
Okay, great.
Uh, and my avoidance behavior, uh, I avoid the stressful talking situations because I am afraid of stammering. So avoid the situation entirely. Uh, and the next one is I try to replace the word with another word. Like if I have a fear of a word, I will try to replace it with another word. Uh, and if I stammer it and I stammer in a sentence, I kind of stop the sentence in the middle and start a new one. I didn't like I will not complete to I will not try to complete the sentence. I will try to start a new one. And also while stammering, I try to talk in a very fast pace. I think it also contribute to the stammering.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I just like send a message to everybody saying we'll end the breakout rooms in 2 minutes, so we have 2 minutes left. Great. Thank you so much. Vignesh has joined, but his mic is not connected, though anyway, he can't hear us, I think. Good. Varun ji and Rudra Pratap, like आप screen पे आ सकते हो so we can all see each other. Um, good. You- You've changed, I think. I think you changed your shirt. No? Yeah, you took off. Okay. Um, good. Yeah. One thing we could do, and again, like we like talk, talk about this also like in the big group, and also in your small groups, you can also work on this, is pick one secondary behavior to just observe. In this next week, um, maybe like 3 or 4 times in the day for a few minutes, just observe yourself talking to somebody and go into a situation and know that okay, इस situation में मैं अब अपने आप को observe करूंगा and मैं इस secondary behavior को observe करूंगा. ठीक है? So pick 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 the one you want to work on and just observe the secondary behavior in this week. Yeah, and 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 see what happens when you're observing it. Bus. And then share it again in your small group, the mentor group. At times when we're observing the secondary behavior, we'll find that maybe the behavior goes away. Because just by observing something, we're becoming more aware कि okay, ye ho raha hai, and then yeah. So anyway, just see what happens, and then you can share in your group. Um, and also for the avoidances, what you can also start doing maybe in this week is pick one avoidance that to you want to cha challenge yourself to work on in maybe like a low stress situation, like your comfort zone or the stretch zone. No, not stress zone yet, because that might be too much, but yeah, you can pick one avoidance that you'd like to work on. So for example, for As- Aswin, like you were saying that you replace words, right? So maybe see, like, pick one situation in your comfort zone and then you actually say the word. Yeah, so that's like a small challenge you can give yourself. ठीक है? And you can share again, like in your small groups, the feedback and everything. Fine. ठीक है. So let's close the breakout rooms now and go back to the main room. ठीक है? I will close all the breakout rooms. Okay. Yeah, we actually still have like a 60 seconds. तो अगर किसी को कुछ कहना है तो आप कह सकते हो, या we can just go back.
Yeah, it's actually great. Like, Dhruv, like you said, us to be aware of the secondary behaviors, so we can be mindful over the secondary behaviors. Like, it's
हाँ.
actually good tip. Thank you.
And like just 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 pick one for now, because you can't like be aware of all of them. But yeah, just pick one of them and see, is it happening or not. Yeah, but when is it happening, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, chalo, see you guys back in the main room. Yeah. I hope that was enough time. I kind of think you gave actually, I think like 12 minutes or so. So because people were sharing and then we were discussing. So yeah. आप म्यूट पे है, डॉक्टर सचिन.
So I'll just ask Neetu to complete what she was saying. Neetu was talking about how she had to change her banking job. influenced by stammering concern. Neetu, is she here? Maybe she'll join soon. Okay, so I think everybody had enough time to generally discuss about.
Ah, Neither is here now.
Yes, Neetu, you can complete what you were saying, that you changed your banking job because of stammering. Is that what you were saying?
तो बस मतलब कि मैंने है स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया से बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में सिर्फ इस रीजन के लिए है ना शिफ्ट किया था, क्योंकि बैंक ऑफ इंडिया में मेरा है ना जॉब प्रोफाइल अच्छा था, बस वही। हाँ, इसकी वजह से।
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. You all, I'm sure everybody had a good discussion, and everybody has now some insights into their secondaries and into their avoidances. So let me ask Babu, what is the difference between secondaries and avoidances?
हाँ 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 हाँ, सर। तो मतलब सर जो सेकेंड ईयर से वो हम वो हम अपने अपने जो बॉडी के अंदर फील करते हैं। जैसे कि जब मैं किसी से बात करता हूँ तो मैं तो मेरा तो मेरा हाई से वो काफी बार ब्लिंक होता है, और उसके साथ साथ मेरा जो माउथ है और वो थोड़ा हिट हो जाता है। इसको हम सेकेंडरी पेयर बोलते हैं। और जो ये और जो ये अवॉइडेंस बिहेवियर है, जैसे कि जब जैसे कि जब मेरे को मेरा मेरा नाम बोलना होता है, जैसे कि बाबू। मैं क्या करता हूँ, उससे पहले उससे पहले कोई को शांत वर्ड को मैं बोलता हूँ, जैसे कि मेरा नाम बाबू, वो इस तरह करता हूँ। और उसके साथ साथ मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं करता हूँ जब मेरे को काफी ज्यादा ब्लॉक आता है, जैसे कि जैसे कि जैसे कि मेरे को एक कोई मेरे को कोई शॉप में कुछ चीज लेना होता है, तो मैं उसका नाम मैं उसका नाम मैं डायरेक्टली बोलता नहीं हूँ। मैं उसको डायरेक्टली बोलता हूँ कि वो जो है वो जो है उसके साइड पे जो पड़ा है, उस चीज को उस चीज को मांगने का।
ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा बताया बाबू आपने, थैंक यू सो मच। अभी आप बाकी लोग को भी ध्यान से सुनना। आई विल इनवाइट नरेश एंड देन आई विल इनवाइट ध्रुव टू जस्ट differentiate between secondary behavior and avoidance behaviors. Over to Naresh, briefly.
ओके, हेलो सर। सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर ये है कि हम बोलने के लिए कुछ जगह पे एक्स्ट्रा प्रेशर डाल रहे हैं, जैसे हमारा फेस ट्विस्ट हो रहा है, या आई ब्लिंक हो रही है, या हमारा जो ध्यान है वो कहीं दूसरी तरफ चला जा रहा है, यानी कि हम आंखें दूसरी तरफ घुमा रहे हैं। तो ऐसा बिहेवियर अक्सर होता है, वो सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर है। और अवॉइडेंस बिहेवियर कि हम उस सिचुएशन में जाना ही नहीं चाहते जहाँ पे हाँ, हमें स्टैमरिंग होने का डर है कि इस सिचुएशन में मैं जाऊंगा तो शायद मैं रुक जाऊंगा, ब्लॉक आ जाएंगे, तो मैं इस सिचुएशन में जाता ही नहीं। जैसे गुड मॉर्निंग बोलना है बॉस को, तो बॉस सामने से आ रहे हैं तो हमने रास्ता ही बदल दिया। तो ऐसे बिहेवियर अक्सर अवॉइडेंस बिहेवियर है। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you so much, Naresh. You differentiated both the things very clearly. Now I'll request Dhruv and then I'll go to Bhupender to give an example of how avoidance behaviors impact our life in a very deep way. For example, they can impact our choice of career. I wanted to become an actor, but I decided to become a computer scientist. Things like this. I have ambition and desire to do a front office job, but I accept a back office job because I've got stammering. Even though it pays very less and it doesn't give any visibility to my talents. So avoidance behaviors impacting life in a very deep way. Our career, our education, life satisfaction, these kind of things. So over to Dhruv and then I'll come to Bhupendra.
Okay.
Be ready with your examples.
ठीक है.
Over to Dhruv.
So,
Yeah.
so I just also wanted to just I guess explain also like the secondary behavior and avoidance because I was thinking about that कि like वो मुझे लगता है कि वो like secondary behaviors can also be called like escape behaviors. तो तो like जब हकलाना शुरू शुरू हुआ है, those behaviors when we are in the moment of stammering, what do we do? Close our eyes, all that stuff. And then the avoidance is to avoid the stammering moment completely. So, and normally that kind of looks like just not talking or avoiding the person or something. Yeah. So yeah. So in some ways, secondary is what happens when you're in the moment of stammering to escape the stammering. And then avoiding is kind of like to just avoid stammering completely. And so um, I mean, there's kind of lots of examples I would say, but for example, for me, I think not going to job interviews, or in the job interview, not disclosing that I stammer, and then the whole time in the interview just being so nervous that if I stammer, kya hoga? I think in my personal life also, like avoiding to talk to like a potential partner or somebody, just just avoid the situation. Um, yeah, so I think I think it can affect a lot, and I think the opposite is also true that if we just take the chance to show our stammering and not avoid, then we can actually I guess do the things we'd like to do in life. Yeah.
Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you so much. What you said about escape behavior is a very important point. We escape from the clutches of block, and it could be a jerk of the hand or jerk of the body. These things happen. Uh, but on the whole, these secondary behaviors, I mean, avoidance, of course, as Dhruv said, that it impacts our important life decisions. But what do secondary behavior impact? Secondary behavior impact our audience. They get alarmed when we jerk like this, or when we blink very rapidly, or when we go in a like kind of blob. They immediately start thinking, is this man having an epileptic fit? Or is this man going to die and I'm going to be blamed for his death? Some people really get alarmed. They really get alarmed that what is happening to this man. So secondary behavior impact the audience a lot more. Of course, they impact us also, but they impact the audience and the communication process. And avoidance behaviors impact our life satisfaction. So over to Bhupendra. He can give us some good examples, real life examples, how avoidance behaviors shrink our life and its options. हम बड़ी छोटी जिंदगी जीने पे मजबूर हो जाते हैं. Over to Bhupendra.
Sure, sir. So, sir, once a person start to do avoiding things from a small things, he just when we take a bus ticket, so instead of going to uh, like in Ghatkopar, he will take Borivali ticket or something. So just skip naming, so it will affect his confidence. First of all, that like he don't feel that confident. Okay, I can do this thing. Then if I take about avoidance in the career choices, suppose someone want to go in the marketing and sales, which requires a lot of speaking and all. But someone just try some work which don't require lots of speaking, so he will try to shift his career to some things where he has to be like don't talk to people much. So I have met with people like many people they're working in some cities. They really wanted to do good in wanted to be an anchor or want to do something good at public speaking, but they shrink their career choices. Then okay, I will just only go for this career choices only because there I don't need to speak much. So when I think that if you do the opposite, so there's a bigger door open for you. That when we go beyond like stammering, okay, we focus on our skills, our technical piece. Okay, although I stammer, but if I go in this particular like marketing, sales, or like I want to do public speaking, I will try. So I think the more wider doors will open at the time.
Very true. And Bhupinder, I'm seeing you after a long, long gap, and it really feels very good to see you and listen to you again.
Me too, sir. Me too, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. So what Bhupendra has said is very correct that our life shrinks. It's like a man who could go to Bollywood and make a name for himself decides to live in a village for the rest all his life. Why? Because he stammers. I mean, if Hrithik Roshan had used avoidance tricks, then probably he would be living in some small town. But he took the risk, talked about stammering openly, and brought his talent to public. So in the same way, all of us have got some talents, some skills, some ambitions, and all this can do a lot of good to us. But we don't do these things because we keep on avoiding challenges. So now the big question is this: that is why does comfort zone feel so comfortable? This is a special prompt from Dr. Amit Bajaj. He could not join this meeting, but he gave me this hint that we should think about why does comfort zone so feel so comfortable? Anyone, if you're ready with the answer, just raise your hand. What is so comfortable about being in comfort zone? Of course, answer is very obvious, but how do you put it in words? How do you formulate it? If you're ready with an answer, don't hesitate to raise your hand. And you can think about it. We'll continue thinking. Neetu Singh, yes, go on, Neetu.
आ, हर हम लोग को अपने कंफर्ट जोन में मतलब रहना इसलिए पसंद है क्योंकि हम जो अपनी जो कमियां हैं वो वो हम दूसरों को बताना नहीं चाहते। भी मतलब हम ना अपने बारे में चाहते हैं कि लोग अच्छा ही सोचें। और और इसके लिए हम उसको छुपाते हैं मतलब हम अपने आप को सामने वाले की नजर से देखना पसंद करते हैं ना कि अपने नजर से।
एकदम ठीक कह रही हैं। हम चाहते हैं हमारी लाज बची रहे, चाहे चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए। एनीबडी एल्स? जया, जया, यू वांट टू से समथिंग?
यस सर। तो सर
गो ऑन।
जैसे हम कंफर्ट जोन में होते हैं तो हम ये देखते हैं कि हम जिस एरिया में जो हम कुछ चीजें हम नॉर्मली करते आ रहे हैं डेली बेसिस पर, जैसे हम ऑफिस जा रहे हैं, वर्क कर रहे हैं और फिर घर आ रहे हैं और फिर हम बहुत साल से सेम कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ हम कंफर्ट जोन में आ गए हैं। तो हम कोई न्यू थिंग्स करने से हम डरते हैं कि न्यू थिंग्स करेंगे तो फिर स्कैम्बरिंग बीच में आएगी, वहां हम फिर से इंटरव्यू देंगे तो फिर स्टैम्पलिंग बीच में आएगी, कोई न्यू थिंग लर्न करेंगे तो फिर से स्टैम्पलिंग बीच में आएगी, तो उससे हम पीछे हटते हैं और कंफर्ट जोन में ही रहते हैं। तो ये पहले मैं भी करती थी पर अभी मैं नहीं कर रही हूँ, मैं ट्राई कर रही हूँ कि कोई न्यू थिंग्स लर्न करती रहूँ। तो ये मेरा कंफर्ट जोन है।
थैंक यू जया। सुनील, सुनील कुमार बुम्बाले, आप व्हाट डू यू थिंक? व्हाट इज योर टेक?
हाँ सर। सर हम मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि हम कंफर्ट जोन को ज्यादा डिजायर करते हैं क्योंकि हम सेल्फ के बजाय सेल्फ इमेज पे ज्यादा ध्यान देते हैं। हम
बहुत अच्छी
सेल्फ पे
बात कही
काम
आपने, बहुत
करने के
बड़ी।
बजाय जो हम जो एक्सटर्नल फसाड होता है जो हमने बना रखी है, उसको ही हम प्रिजर्व करने के लिए एक पीपल प्लीजिंग एटीट्यूड लाते हैं,
Right.
और उसी
Oh,
को और उसी को फूड फूड देते रहते हैं। तो ये फॉर मोमेंटरी सेटिस्फेक्शन ये काम आता है, पर लॉन्ग टर्म इफेक्ट देखे तो काफी डेवस्टेटिंग हो सकता है।
एकदम सही कहा आपने। So Sunil has given us some very interesting ideas, like there is a difference between self and self-image. Then he used another very important word, that is people pleaser. So I also think that many of us are people pleaser. And so can anyone explain the meaning of people pleaser? Ashwin, what is people pleasing? Who are people pleasers? Are stammerers more of a people pleaser than other people? Ashwin.
Yeah, like we are trying to hide our stammering most of the times. So we think like the other people will judge us because of our stammering. So I think that way, I think we are more tend to please other people. Yeah.
So how do we please other people? I mean, what are the common ways in which we try to please other people?
Uh, like uh, like if we want to say anything openly to or directly to them, like we don't say that things like and we will adjust more like that, I think.
I mean, if the boss says you'll have to stay late because there's so much work and your wife is sick at home, you want to say, no, I will not, I will leave office by 5 p.m. I've got a sick wife at home or a sick child. But you are a people pleaser. So you say, okay, sir, no problem. I'll finish the work and then go home. Right?
Yeah.
So anybody, so these are the people pleaser. I mean, we try to please people because we think that we are suffering from a handicap, and so therefore to compensate for that, we we become over accommodating. We accommodate to all kind of things. Sunil, you're, acha, okay, ठीक है. I thought you were saying something. Okay, Manoj want to say something. Go on, Manoj.
यस सर। सो हम लोगों को ज़्यादा ही इम्प्रेस इम्प्रेस करने के लिए भी बोलते हैं कि मुझे उनसे कुछ और बात करनी होती है कि मेरे सर लाइफ में ये सब कुछ हो रहा है, लेकिन हम उनके काम की बात बोलने लग जाते हैं। और जैसा कि अश्विन जी ने भी कहा है कि हम ना नहीं बोल पाते हैं, तो एक ये भी है कि हमारी लाइफ में और भी बहुत सारे काम होते हैं, लेकिन वो सारे हम साइड में रखते हैं या फिर हमें बोल नहीं पाते कि मैं उससे कैसे उनके सामने बोलूँगा। और उन्होंने, सामने वाले ने, दूसरे और भी क्वेश्चन मुझसे पूछे तो मैं उसके आंसर नहीं दे पाऊँगा। ये सारी बातें मन में बैठी होती हैं बैठी होती हैं तो हम उनसे बोलते नहीं हैं साफ साफ कि ये मेरी बात है। हम सामने वाले के ही मतलब की बात बोलने लग जाते हैं, और ये सिलसिला धीरे धीरे बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है। फिर हम बाहर आने के लिए हमें बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किलें होती हैं। जी
Thank you,
सर।
Manoj. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manoj. Over to Anik. Anik,
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
good morning.
Uh, Sir, I just wanted to say one thing in this context, that we somehow back of our mind, we somehow fear the fear of being judged. Like we know that stammering is not a very rare thing, or and I am the only one who stammer. But uh, even if we know that thing, that I am not the single person on this earth who stammer, but Still, when we go on our regular life, on day-to-day life, we somehow forget that I am the only one who only stammer, and the rest all of the people are normally speaking. And if I stammer, then I might get judged. So 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 that is one of the thing. I think it is a fear of being judgment, getting judged, although we know we are not the only one the stammering. So I think this is a I would say, for me at least, it is one of the main reason. uh, and just because अ, हम लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं कि although we know that stammering is a kind of जब it is for me, जैसे कि मैंने फर्स्ट डे टीओपीजी सेशन में आपसे शेयर किया था कि इट इज मोर ऑफ आवर इंटरनल स्टेट ऑफ माइंड. So our the more our internal state of mind is fresh, clear, then the stammering is less. uh, and the more we disturb in our internal state, and it's not fresh, or it is something something chaos, or something, then the stammering tend to increase. So my point is here that although we know that we are not the only one who stammer, but somehow we forget that in the in front of some stranger or any unknown people, we tend to think that they are normal people. And if we somehow stammer a little bit, then I might get judged on the basis of this. Because and most of the I'm sure they are they are very uh, understanding people. So uh, hello.
Yeah, I'm listening. I
Okay.
got your point.
Okay. So
I got your point. It's fear
okay.
of
So
judgment.
हाँ. तो
I got it.
ऐसा के मतलब होता है कि जैसे कि अब मान लीजिए, मतलब अ, मुझे पता है कि सामने वाला मुझे जांच नहीं करेगा, फिर भी बैक ऑफ आवर माइंड हम हम लोग वो अनकॉन्शियसली सोचने लगते हैं कि नो, इफ आई स्पीक देन आई माइट गेट जज्ड. सो
Right.
सो सो दैट इज वन ऑफ माय ऑब्जर्वेशन, सर.
I got you, Ranik. I got the point. So basically, what you are saying that we have got this fear of being judged by the other person. So therefore, we want to stay in our comfort zone, and sometimes we also go a step further by trying to please the judge by saying, "Hey, don't you judge me? See, I've got such nice qualities. I brought a cup of tea for you." Sometimes, as I gave an example of the office that there are two employees, boss calls both of them and says there's too much of work. Both of you should go home only at 9 p.m. You have to finish all this work. One worker says, "Sorry,
And sir,
sorry, I can't."
and
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And the one worker says, "Sorry, I can't. I've got to go home because my child is sick." But the other worker who stammers, he says, "All right, sir, I'll finish all my work." He's trying to please the boss. He's going out of his way to please the boss. And somewhere all these dynamics are working that he thinks that it is not that he thinks that if he doesn't stay late in the office, he'll be fired. He thinks that if he doesn't stay late in the office, he may be judged for his stammering, for his communication skills. So all these fears are there. But there was another idea which Sunil introduced to the original question: why comfortable zone seems so comfortable? Why what is so comfortable about comfortable zone? And he said the idea was the difference between self and self-image creates this kind of necessity. So, does anyone want to elaborate on this or explain this further? The difference between the real self and the self-image, which we are trying to project and maintain at any cost. That difference uh, makes us stick to the comfort zone. Who wants to explain this? This interplay between real self and the self-image.
Sir, I think, hello.
Yeah, go on.
So I think the self, we tend to hide our real self in front of others. जैसे कि मैंने लास्ट एग्जांपल में मैं शेयर किया इन डिटेल दैट वी हम लोग जस्ट यही चाहते हैं कि दूसरों के सामने हम लोगों का इमेज अच्छा रहे, कि वो
Very good. Got
हाँ,
it. Why don't we go to Sunil himself because he's here? Sunil, what did you mean when you were talking about self and self-image in the context of sticking to comfort zone? Sunil,
Uh, Hello, sir. Am I audible?
yes, you are.
Sir, just a minute. Just a minute.
The TV's image is coming.
That is self-image.
तो actually will we
No, no,
get
he's back.
Ah,
He's back.
oh, okay, sir. By talking about self and self image, I just meant that self image वो personality है जो हम लोगों के लिए बना रखते हैं, और जो self है वो अपनी individuality होती है, जो हम inner self में क्या है, उन सारी चीजों को कंप्राइज करके जो इंडिविजुअलिटी होती है उसे हम सेल्फ कहते हैं। और सेल्फ इमेज ज्यादातर हम जो पर्सनालिटी पोर्ट्रे करते हैं एक सोशल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में, उसे हम सेल्फ इमेज कहते हैं।
Right. Thank you so much, Sunil. I totally agree with your explanation. So basically, the real self is the real you with your real needs, real demands, uh, real desires, and self-image is the projected image which you want to show off to the world. So we have created self-image for, of course, for our protection. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Suppose I and a friend of mine we are eating together, and he has ordered chicken, and I'm dying to eat chicken, but I know he's not going to share his chicken with me. So I might sort of say, look, I'm a vegetarian. In any case, I don't care for chicken. So I'm projecting an image of being a vegetarian. Why? While my real self wants to taste chicken. So in the same way, your real self may want to try your luck in on the stage as a singer because many stammers are good singers. I think many of you know that many stammers sing very well. It's a different thing that when you ask them, okay, which movie was this song first used in, you will have difficulty in saying the name of the movie. So their real self may want to follow a career in singing or acting, but the self-image they create is, I don't care for all this singing and dancing around the tree. I'm a serious guy. I'll go for a serious career like computer science. Now, because of that self-image which you have created, that I'm a serious guy, I don't care about this singing and dancing. I'm a serious guy. I'll do my PhD and maybe I'll teach somewhere. But what happens that after many years, maybe at the age of 50, 60, at some point you will start having regret. Even though you are having a successful career as a teacher or a professor, but somewhere deep within you have this desire which you have which you have tried to ignore. I'll just share one small anecdote. One of the person who actually helped found TISA, his name is JP Sunda. He was working in Infosys BTech. Once he told me that I did BTech, my marks were good, so in the campus recruitment, they didn't even interview me. They simply looked at my marks and they simply asked me to join at Infosys campus in Pune. And I'm working fine, everything is okay. But my greatest desire was to become a fighter pilot. I said, how did that happen? He said, my father was working in Air Force as ground crew, and as a child, I have seen so many fighter jets taking off, and I used to think of becoming a fighter pilot. So then I said, why didn't you try? He said, because I was afraid of my stammering. I thought, how will I communicate with the air traffic control tower? So this is what happens that when you stay in your comfort zone, your deepest desire go unfulfilled. Your deepest potential goes unchecked, unfulfilled. And that is why it is so important to identify what are your comfort zones and consciously expand it and constantly expand it. Maybe at the age of 19, because of these fears, you did BTech. But after doing BTech, after 5 years, at the age of 26, 27, you should go for an MBA. If you think doing an MBA in addition to BTech makes you more saleable, makes you more useful for society, you should expand your comfort zone. Okay, I've done BTech, but now why should I be frightened of giving presentations? I'll join MBA and I'll give presentation and I'll get an MBA and then I'll get a much better job. So expand your comfort zone by challenging yourself. Okay, Dhruv, you want to say something? Does anyone want to add something here? So essentially, what we have, I'll summarize this whole discussion that comfort zone is so comfortable because it preserves our self-image of being a cool guy. Cool guys don't stammer. So, so we want to preserve that image. And that is how all our growth comes to a halt. We cannot grow because we are sticking to our comfort zone because we want to maintain a certain image. I'm a cool person. I'm never at loss with words. So therefore, I keep on changing words. I keep word substituting. So this is why comfort zone feels so comfortable because it is letting you stay in the safe zone. It doesn't challenge your self image. Your self image is never challenged or cracked, and so therefore that self image becomes a hard shell which was offering you protection when you were a young child, but now it is preventing your growth. Think of a chrysalis when a butterfly is inside the chrysalis. So the chrysalis offers some protection against the external elements. But one day butterfly has to come out of that chrysalis by breaking it open. In the same way, we also have to break open our self-image, come out of it, and do what the real self is capable of and is dying to do. Okay, so I think we should stop here now. And now, Dhruv, I was thinking of a second breakout room. And what do you think should be the theme for that? I think the theme
One,
should be identify your comfort zone, identify 3 activities for the coming 7 days, which helps them to come out of comfort zone, challenging avoidances or something. Okay, so this is the theme. Now we have understood how avoidances work, what secondaries do. Now in the next breakout room, you have to list down 3 activities for yourself to be done over next 7 days, which challenges you to come out of your comfort zone, but in a small way. We are not asking you to pick up a very big challenge. It could be something small. And last week, last Sunday, you had worked with your comfort zone. You had listed out that these are the situations, people, and topic which I consider safe. So recall that exercise that okay, these are my comfort zone. So what are the so what is one activity which I can do to come out of this comfort zone? It could be going and meeting, saying hello to your uncle whom you have been avoiding all these years because of stammering. It could be going to the shopping mall and doing your own marketing, your own purchasing. It could be phoning a blanket or someone and ordering your own supply. So think of small things which help you to come out of your comfort zone. Dhruv, do you think it's clear what I have explained?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's clear. Can I just add one thing?
Yeah, please.
So we did like talk about avoidances and secondary behaviors. So
Mhm.
what I was thinking we could do like in this breakout room is we can like you are saying we like could look at our avoidance list like we listed down three things that we avoid, and basically in this next week pick one thing that we'd like to uh one of those avoidances that we'd like to do this week. So like not avoid in that situation. The just just one of those as a challenge, and that could happen in sort of either comfort zone or stretch zone, not the stress zone but the middle zone. um and the second thing we could kind of talk about in the breakout room is pick one secondary behavior that in this week to like j just observe or monitor. um yeah.
Right.
And
I think it's a good idea. Yeah. Yes.
uh
So we take one secondary and one avoidance behavior for these coming 7 days, which you have to work with. Secondaries you can just observe, and you can even sort of when you make a video, you can especially focus on that. So if it was about right shoulder going up, then you can focus on your shoulder. If it is blinking, then you can focus on the blinking. So in the breakout, you will be choosing one avoidance and one secondary behavior. And what else will they be doing in the breakout room, Dhruv, besides choosing this?
So they can choose that, and then maybe even like for the secondary behaviors, like basically like with the mentor's guidance, like basically they could just like start talking, and like for example, if I choose the secondary behavior of say putting my head down, right? That's the secondary behavior that I've chosen. I can begin talking, and then whenever I like put my head down, I can just raise my hand. So basically,
Yes,
it's like to kind of become more okay aware
more
of the
cautious.
secondary behavior. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Just become aware right now. So then that's
yeah.
just sort of a awareness activity
Great idea.
for the secondary.
Yes, yes. Great idea. Becoming more aware. If you are going to blink, then you raise your finger. So
When you
you are reminding yourself, I'm blinking.
uh-huh.
Right, Dhruv?
Yeah, so when you actually blink, you can just do that. And also if you miss it, then someone else can share, okay, yeah, you know. Yeah.
And regarding the avoidance behavior, you can ask other people in your group, ki, okay, this is my avoidance behavior. How can I deal with this? Give me some ideas.
ठीक
Okay, so shall we go for breakout room? This time I think we can take like 10 minutes.
ठीक है
We can take 10 minutes.
10
We
minutes,
got
okay.
plenty of time. 10
Yes,
minutes, yes.
okay,
Okay.
chalo. Okay, opening the rooms now. It's the same groups, by the way, so yeah, so there's like familiarity already. Hi guys. if you can come on camera तो हम सब एक दूसरे को देख सकते हैं. Hi Asun, Rudra Pratap ji, Naveen. Okay, and also Va Varun ji अभी इस call में है. I think he's yeah, I mean but Varun was here before तो हाँ. Okay, good. So we're all here. Welcome. Good. So then let's share. Like each हम share कर सकते हैं the one secondary behavior that we want to like observe in this week, and then one avoidance that we'd like to as a challenge for ourselves to like to like not avoid or do something, yeah, where we're actually challenging ourselves. ठीक है. So okay, I can go first because anyway, it's good to demonstrate. So the one secondary behavior that I'm going to observe or monitor this week is when I am restarting the word. Like I'm going back. For example, if I'm speaking like that, I'm going back on the sound and continuing to say it again instead of yeah. So just to observe when I'm restarting a word. That's one secondary behavior or escape behavior. And the second thing is avoidance. I want to, if we have guests at home, or maybe even with my family, talk about. I'm going to talk about what happened actually last night with a guest who came over. So like openly with my parents about how I was kind of avoiding my stammering. And if we do have guests coming over again this week, I'm going to make it a point to as a challenge to speak and even show some stammering, and then maybe even let the guests know that I stammer. Yeah. So my two like tasks for this week are that. ठीक है. Anybody can go next. You can choose. Yeah. Or you can just yeah, just begin speaking.
या सो जो मेरा जो मतलब इस वीक के लिए मैं जिस सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर पे फोकस करूंगा वो है कि जब मेरे को कोई भी ब्लॉकेज या वगैरह कुछ भी आता है और जब मेरे को मतलब थोड़ी सफोकेशन या ब्रीदिंग की जो इश्यू होती है मैं उस पर ज्यादा फोकस करूंगा कि मैं मतलब ये प्रॉपर ब्रीथ वगैरह कर पाऊं या मैं उससे सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर को अच्छे से मैं देख पाऊं और जो जो सेकंड जो अवॉइडेंस बिहेवियर है उसके अंदर मैं ट्राई करूंगा कि भाई मैं हमेशा आगे से कोई भी शॉपकीपर होगा उसको मैं अप्रोच करूं ना कि मेरे किसी फ्रेंड को मैं कहूँ कि भाई वो चीज तू पूछ ले लाइक दैट तो मैं इस हफ्ते इन पे काम करूंगा
Nice. That sounds good. So shopkeeper Babala clear है मुझे. And sorry, secondary behavior okay, like कौन सा था आपका जो escape behavior?
हाँ तो जो सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर था उसके अंदर मतलब जब मेरे को जो कोई ब्लॉकेज आता है तो आई फील समटाइम्स आई फील सफोकेशन और मेरे को उस टाइम पे मैं ये ब्रीदिंग करना भूल जाता हूँ कि जैसे मेरी सारी ब्रीथ बाहर निकल गई हो
हाँ.
लाइक तो ऐसा तो मैं उस पर भी मैं फोकस करूंगा कि मैं या कोई भी सेंटेंस स्टार्ट करूँ या उसके बीच में मैं अच्छे से ब्रीथ कर पाऊँ
Okay. तो आप just like that the demo दे सकते हैं? Like वो behavior का? हाँ.
ओके सो लाइक दैट कि मैं कभी भी किसी कन्वर्सेशन में होता हूँ तो कन्वर्सेशन के इन बिटवीन आई आई कोई ब्रोकर जैसे आ जाता है लाइक कोई भी स्टार्टिंग का अक्सर मतलब पूरा एक सेंटेंस हो गया आमेर हो गया जैसे राइट ना तो अब जो आ के अंदर मेरे को ब्लॉकेज हो जाएगा तो माई माउथ इज लाइक एंड माई होल जो होल ब्रेथ इज पास and I feel suffocated.
Okay.
है कि कि भाई मैं अब वो नहीं बोल पा रहा कि भाई जो पूरी जो हवा होती है वो पास हो जाती है, बट दैट आ साउंड इज नॉट प्रोनाउंस्ड।
हम्म। ओके ठीक है, तो लाइक अब ब्लॉक बेसिकली आप कह रहे हैं, आप
या
जब
या
आप ब्लॉक में जाएंगे उसको उसको ऑब्जर्व करेंगे।
या
हम्म। ओके ठीक है बढ़िया। और ओके, ऑल द बेस्ट। एंड आप अपने अपने जो स्मॉल ग्रुप में है आप शेयर कर सकते हैं कि क्या
यस।
हुआ इन द वीक। हाँ, हु वांट्स टू गो नेक्स्ट?
Next. So the secondary behavior I'll be aware of this week is I will feel a kind of a tension in my chest, a kind of a blockage of air while stammering. So I'll be aware of that this week. And the avoidance behavior I will be looking into this week is I try to replace the word all the time that I'm going to start. So I will be looking into that.
Nice, awesome. Good. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you can like pick maybe like what like for the avoidance like challenge. You could maybe like pick like one situation and one like word every day, and then just so it's like no, not like a continuous thing you're doing the whole day, but in one situation you can practice it, or two or three or whatever, but like don't kind of keep on doing it the whole day, because that can get tiring for you. You could,
Yeah,
beginning at least, yeah. Um,
sure.
yeah, and the like bl block in your chest. Um, that's more like that's just like a feeling you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like want to like pick like a behavior that you're actually actively doing? Because yeah, because that block is just more of like a feeling that comes, right? It's not an active behavior.
Uh, yeah, it's actually feeling that come while I stutter most of the times.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, do you like want to like pick an active behavior that you are doing, that you are actively doing? Um, like for
Uh,
example, like for example, tension in your lips, you said.
yeah, yes.
Uh-huh.
Could you please repeat that? I didn't get that. Like, yeah,
No. So I mean, what I'm saying is that the like block in your chest, right?
yeah.
That's more of a reaction, or I guess mm, that's more of just like a feeling that emerges. But I think by secondary behaviors, we're saying like is there something that you're actively doing to suppress your stammering or escape from stammering?
Okay, got it. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Like, it's actually a chain of reactions. This block of that tension in the chest and tension in the lips. So yeah, it's actually a chain of reaction happening while I stammer.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, no. So I mean, what I'm trying to say is like, do you like want to pick a different secondary behavior that is something you're actively doing?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is there something that you can think of like that you are actively doing when you go into the moment of stammering? Do you do something to escape that moment?
Uh, like, you mean avoidance behavior, right? Or secondary?
No. Yeah, secondary behavior only. Um,
Secondary. Like, I'm having this eye blinking tendency, like while stammering. So yeah.
okay. Okay, yeah. So then that's more of like that's more of something that you're actively doing, your eye blinking. So yeah, you could observe that if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, sounds good. And if you want to as well, like observe the block in your chest, that's also completely fine to observe that and see
Okay.
in which situations is it increasing or is it decreasing or does it happen? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, thanks. Lavinji?
Yeah, for me, with respect to secondary behavior, one thing I want to observe is I tend to tighten my neck muscles and my sho shoulder, and my neck also tends to move towards my left shoulder. While my neck muscles are tensed in stammering block or any situation of speaking, like I tend to tense my neck muscles and move it like this. So that is one thing I would like to work upon as a secondary behavior. And with respect to avoidance situation, one thing I would like to consciously do is not avoid speaking to superiors at work. So I would like to take that step in the coming week.
Okay, great. So basically talking to a superior at work.
Yeah, superiors at work.
Okay, okay. Great. Great. Good. All the best.
Yeah,
Take a small step first. Like maybe like pick one
yeah,
superior and then you're gonna like
yeah,
talk and know as well what you're gonna talk to him about. If it's about the weather, just in general, something. So then it's not like a
yeah,
huge challenge, but it's just a small step, and then you can keep on challenging yourself.
yeah, and
All right, man. All the best. Cool. हाँ वर वर वरुण
ओके। जब भी मैं जब भी मैं स्टैमर करता हूँ तब मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं जो मेरा जो भी सेंटेंस है वो मैं जल्दी खत्म करूँ। तो फिर मैं इसके ऊपर मैं काम करने वाला हूँ कि जब भी मैं कोई बात करूँ तब मैं क- काम रहूँ, नर्वस ना हो। और इवन इफ मैं जब भी मैं स्टैमर करूँ वहां पर मैं ये ट्राई करूँ कि मैं एकदम स्लोली बात करके अपनी बात अ, अप, अपनी बात अपनी बात सामने रखो। इसके ऊपर मैं काम करने वाला सेकेंडरी सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर में। और 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 अवेयरनेस के बारे में ये मैं कोशिश करने वाला हूँ कि मैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा अननोन लोग हैं, मतलब जिनके सामने मैं स्टैमर काफी करता हूँ, तो वहाँ पर मैं वहाँ पर मैं एकदम वहाँ पर मैं अच्छे से बात कर सकूँ।
ओके
ये मैं ट्राई करने वाला हूँ अगले एक वीक में।
ओके बढ़िया तो आई मीन लाइक अननोन लोगों को लाइक आप जस्ट लाइक मोर लाइक क्लियरली आप कह सकते हैं कि कौन लोग फोन पे या इन पर्सन
ओके ओके। एक्चुअली 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 आई आई एम मेडिकल स्टूडेंट। तो फिर मैं हॉस्पिटल में जाता हूँ। तो फिर वहाँ पर हमारे सीनियर डॉक्टर है। उनसे 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 मुझे क्वेश्चन करने पड़ते। तो फिर मैं वहां पर मैं ये ट्राई करने वाला हूँ कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन करूँ और उनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करूँ।
got it बढ़िया okay good great excellent um my I'm gonna now close the rooms but still like 1 minute है तो बढ़िया my only like advice would be like um if you have a huge challenge and then you and something happens in that challenge and then you get scared, then you may like stop doing everything. So like keep it like challenge yourself, but keep it like a small challenge. Like, and think about the outcomes that'll happen. So all the outcomes, and then if you're okay with all the outcomes, like agar koi hasega vagera, if you're like prepare yourself for all the outcomes and then do it. So as long as you're fine that if this happens, you'll be okay. Like you can prepare in advance and then go ahead and do it. And then of course, like share on the group, on a larger group or smaller group कि मेरा like इस हफ्ते का challenge ये है, मैंने किया. Yes, बढ़िया. तो basically 10 10 मिनट है इस कॉल में. um, I think one thing I like to say is like to basically हम सबने अभी like एक avoidance challenge लिया है to kind of like do one thing that we normally avoid, and then also हमने एक like monitoring या observation challenge लिया है to observe one secondary behavior, right? So basically, I think then in your small groups, आप share कर सकते हैं what happened with your mentors, and then you guys can discuss in your weekly meeting.
And also they can share in chat here the just one secondary or one avoidance which they are going to work on. They can share that in the chat here also,
बिल्कुल
which
बिल्कुल.
which
Let's
we
share.
can go through and give feedback on.
Let's share it now then. Yeah. Let's do that now. Hmm?
And before we wind up at 11,
Hmm.
we can take one question from the audience. Any question.
Huh.
They can share again that question in the chat.
And also as well next week's tasks, like core tasks, what to work on. We have to talk about that for a minute.
Right. Right.
Voluntary stammering with boss. All the best, Sunil. Do it and then share with us. And also as well, like one thing I was sharing is like if you choose a very big challenge, it's possible that you may like do that and then get afraid. So like pick a challenge that you feel is not like it's like think th- think of the outcomes that can happen when you do that challenge. And then as long as you're okay with the outcomes, go ahead and do it. Um yeah. हाँ तो बेसिकली हम चैट बॉक्स पे हम अब लिख सकते हैं लाइक एक जो
uh,
अवॉइडेंस चैलेंज है एंड देन एक दो जो सेकेंडरी बिहेवियर हम ऑब्जर्व करेंगे.
through
Hi, Dhruv.
through
Actually,
chat has
chat is
enabled.
disabled.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
thank you so much. That's why nobody's messaging. What? It says allow all participants to chat. It's enabled. It's not working. You guys can't chat to everybody.
Now
Yeah,
it's
it's
working, Dhruv.
now
Yeah.
enabled.
Now it's working. Okay, great. Thank you.
Hello, Dhruv.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, actually, there was some network issue, and I missed what Sir and Sir said. So can you please repeat once?
Yeah, sure. So what we're doing now is in the chat, we're basically writing down two points. The first one can be like the secondary behavior that in this week we're going to observe of
Okay,
ourselves. And the
okay,
second thing is the avoidance challenge. Like one avoidance that we'd like to to challenge ourselves to work on this week. Um,
okay,
uh,
okay. So I just need to write down both the things, right, in chat.
Yeah, exactly. And like
Okay,
copy and paste your chat here in the WhatsApp group also. तो फिर लाइक रिकॉर्ड भी होगा क्योंकि ये तो like इस कॉल के बाद it's gonna go away. So in the WhatsApp
Yes,
group also
yes, perfect, perfect.
mention
Okay.
that. Okay, good. I see a lot of chats coming. Sun- Sunil, like since you have a question right now for Sachin sir, you can ask it now. Yeah, as people are messaging.
Okay, so is it fine to ask a question now, or we can keep it
Yeah.
for the end?
It's already like
Yeah.
57 now, so
Okay,
and
You can ask now. Ask now. Yeah. Go on.
ओके सर, तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि जनरली टेक्निक्स और एक्सेप्टेंस जब हम न्यूट्रल स्टेट्स में होते हैं, जब हम इमोशंस के साथ इतने ओवरवेल्म नहीं होते हैं, तो उस न्यूट्रल स्टेट्स में एक्सेप्टेंस और टेक्निक्स काफी काफी एग्जीक्यूट करने में आसानी होता है। पर जब हम इमोशनल होते हैं, जैसे हम खुश हो, जैसे हम सैड हो, और जैसे हम रो रहे भी हो, तो उस सिचुएशंस में टेक्निक्स को काम करते हुए एक्सपेक्ट करना क्या एक स्ट्रेच है, कि हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि उस भी सिचुएशंस में टेक्निक को कॉन्शियसली हम एग्जीक्यूट कर पाए?
हाँ, वो स्ट्रेच है, डेफिनेटली वो स्ट्रेच है। मगर इसीलिए जरूरी है कि यू सेलेक्ट द सिचुएशन, the person, and the topic very carefully when you are stepping out of your comfort zone. From comfort zone, you can't jump straight into the stress zone. You should go to the stress zone where it is a stress, but it can be handled. For example, you wrote that you're going to try volunteer stammering with your boss. Am I right?
यस सर।
Yeah. So I will say make it a little, a little gentler. For example, you could say, I will just bounce twice on good morning with my boss in this coming 7 days. I'll say
Yes, sir.
good,
By
good
voluntary
morning.
stammering, I just meant by voluntary stammering just here and there
Okay,
in bits and pieces, not
fine.
extensively, but
Okay.
quite
So in
here and
that,
there,
so in that case, I'll
just like a
say,
trial purpose.
okay. So in that case, I'll say, don't even try it with the boss straight away. First, try it with a female colleague in your office. If you can do it with a female colleague at the same hierarchy, then you should go to the boss. Have you ever stammered with female colleagues intentionally?
Uh, I don't remember if I did it intentionally, but whenever I had a natural stammer, I managed to make sure that I show my stammer.
Okay,
Like,
now try to do it consciously. How many female colleagues are there in your office?
sir, not much.
Not much. Okay, so whoever is there, just try to say to them, good morning, how are you today? Bus. Just two bounces. Because doing it with the opposite gender is always difficult for both men and women. Women also find it difficult to stammer with men. So if you can bridge that gap, then maybe next week you can try it with the boss. Doing it with the boss may be a stretch right now, but next week it might become stress.
Hmm.
Doable.
तो हाँ actually it's like conversations से हम सीख सकते हैं कि keep your challenges small, so then you have like a quick win that you've achieved the challenge on say on Monday tomorrow, and then on Tuesday you can increase it a little bit, and make it very specific, like he was saying, okay, two bounces on goo in good morning, like goo good morning, that's it, and achieve that day's thing or that half day's thing, then you can have one more challenge. So yeah, achievable and specific. Huh.
So next week is the stammering interviews and pausing. Pausing is not a big deal. I mean, it is easy to understand and practice, but stammering interviews is going to be a little bit of challenge. And and so therefore all your current goals, avoidance and secondary, fits very well with the stammering interviews. In stammering interviews, also start with very simple targets, achievable targets. Like you can just ask two questions about stammering with someone with whom you are already comfortable. It could be a friend, it can be a colleague. And you can simply ask him casually, "Hey man, what do you think about stammering?" And then whatever he answers, just accept it. don't turn the whole thing into a debate. Suppose he says it's just a bad habit, then you don't have to turn the whole thing into a big argument. No, it is not a bad habit. You do not know anything. It is a neurodevelopmental condition of the brain. So you don't have to teach him immediately. Just simply ask him, hey, Anil, what do you think about stammering? Yeah? He might say, I don't much care for it, or whatever he may say. And second question you can ask him, do you think stammering causes a problem in communication? Then he can tell you something. And whatever he tells you can be very, very educational for you because ultimate purpose is good communication. And is your stammering causing a barrier there or not? Or is your stammering just an aesthetic issue? You don't like your face when you stammer. Is it just a aesthetic issue or is it a real functional issue? So you can ask a couple of questions and all the resources are there. Stammering interview has got all, 7, 8, 9 questions, both in English and Hindi. You can try that, but go about it in a very gradual manner. And so before we wind up, I just want to ask mentors, how are they doing and how are they feeling? And because they've been watching videos, do they want to give some gold standard advice to participants? So there's Naresh, there is Bhupendra is here, Dhruv is here. Is there any other mentor here other than the three? No, no one else, huh?
That's it.
Okay. So starting with Naresh. Naresh, as a mentor, you have watched many videos. What do you want to say? Give them two advices.
ओके सर एक्चुअली सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो जो मेरे जो ग्रुप में जो लोग हैं उन्होंने बहुत ही कम लोगों ने वीडियो बनाए हैं ओके और स्पेशली जो लास्ट जो
उनके खिलाफ तुम
लास्ट
एफआईआर लॉन्च करो। उनके खिलाफ तुम एफआईआर लॉन्च करो। तीसरा की ओर से एफआईआर। कमिटमेंट देने के बाद भी क्यों नहीं वीडियो बना रहे हैं? अच्छा, सेकंड थिंग, ओके, कैरी ऑन नरेश।
सेकेंड थिंग ये जो एक्चुअली में जो भी लोग वीडियो बना रहे हैं वो सच में बहुत अच्छा बना रहे हैं और मैं उनको फीडबैक दे रहा हूँ और अ, उनमें मैं एक्सपेक्ट सकता हूँ कि इम्प्रूवमेंट आएगा लेकिन जो लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं उनके लिए हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते तो यही चीज। थैंक यू।
नरेश नरेश ने एकदम ठीक कहा। फॉर मैनी स्टैमरर्स everything is हवा हवाई बात। I mean, they're always up in the air, you know, um, like a pipe dream. And so therefore their life doesn't change. So you must make a commitment that since I've joined TOPG, for 1 month I am going to commit myself to this process of change, and I will make video. Making video is the, is the basic ingredient of this program. If you're not making videos, then you are wasting your time here. So please make videos. So what Naresh has said is very correct. People who are making videos, they will notice a change. Those who are not making videos, they may become very, very knowledgeable, but that's all. Their stammering will not change. Over to Bhupendra, and then I'll come to Dhruv, and Dhruv can then wind up also. Over to Bhupendra.
Okay, sir. So first of all, I want to say everyone is making videos. It's a really a good thing. You are changing. You are like coming out of your comfort zones and putting the videos. That's a great thing. The few things I want to just share that sometimes we have to enjoy the whatever the process. We should smile while making the videos. Smile is very important. Mostly, I see in videos people are like are tense and something. So try to smile more while making the videos. And the one more the advice I want to give that try to use the techniques as like shared that you have to read the paragraph very carefully and because I will give example if you go to gym so you have to do every exercise as per like told like otherwise it will be like not behave properly what you want. So if you have any doubt you can call the mentors and ask how to use like if you want to do bouncing prolongation so making the videos just try to follow the entire process and make the videos as per the technique. Don't try to add your things also in the technique. So that is one thing. Two things I want to share. That's it. Thank you, sir.
This point is very important. Smile. Even if you are having a heart attack, if you can smile at that time, damage will be much less. And especially if you smile when you are making a video, your entire communication lights up. You actually look very nice and very impressive when you smile. So smiling is very important. And as he said, first master the basic technique. After that, you can do whatever you want to do with it after 1 month. But right now, master the basic details. What is bouncing? What is pure prolongation? Those things. Over to Dhruv now, and Dhruv can wind up also.
Okay, great. तो आई मीन मुझे जस्ट कहना है कि आप सब बिल्कुल 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 लाइक सही ट्रैक पे हो। आप इस कॉल पे हो, सेकंड वीक है। You're making the videos, and if you haven't made the videos, it's okay. You're still here. You participated in this, so yeah, keep going. हम सब साथ में हैं। A process of change is difficult. Emotional है, mental है वगैरह। तो anyway, हम सब साथ में हैं। You have your small groups, your mentors, so reach out to them on chat. And I think as well, like हर small group, like हर हफ्ता हफ्ता एक like weekly meeting भी कर रहा है, तो join that, keep your camera on, and and trust us or share with us like we're your family. क्योंकि अगर आप मानते हैं कि like stammering like is in your genes, like is genetic, तो basically हम सब के पास same genes है, तो हम सब family है, एक परिवार है। So let's embrace each other, and share openly. If you're having challenges, like in this week something's happening, you can share also, and it's okay if you can't complete a task, don't worry. Yeah, and keep going. In this week, I think we're saying कि अगर आपने मॉड्यूल 2 अभी कंप्लीट ना की हो, तो आप वो कर सकते हैं। I'm sharing my screen so you can see it. So basically in module 2, I think some of you like have completed already, but just this one, the four techniques videos you can make. And it's fine if you make one video for all four techniques, it's okay. Like voluntary stammering, and then do bouncing, prolongation, and pausing in that. And then this one as well, like we talk, talked about today, the secondary behaviors, just a video on kind of like what are your secondary behaviors, just explaining them, and also the demoing them as well is also important in this video. Okay. And then in this one, just like how are you doing? And also just share maybe an experience in your childhood that touched you emotionally. And sort of and again, see if now you can smile and open up around that. Okay? Some of you have already completed these, so that's great. And for those of you who've completed those, and other ones as well, like basically to try this week to like do at least one stammering interview. If you can do more, of course, do more, but at least one stammering interview with a close friend, like Dr. Sachin was saying. And this is and the pausing video also. If you could make that this week also. This is a simple video. It's just like the same as like the in the four techniques pausing, but just um see if you can kind of like make this video with a lot of pauses and really take your time in this video. See how um give yourself a challenge to talk as slow as possible. ठीक है. The doctor, Sachin, do you want to add anything here about the videos or tasks?
No, no, everything is fine. But I just want to say one last thing. TOPG started sometime in 2017, 18. A lot of time has passed. I've seen many TOPGs, participated myself. But so far in my assessment, this is the best TOPG. Why? Because the best stammerers of India are behind it. We never had so many mentors. We never had so many organizers. So we are offering you the best version of TOPG, and you should really make best use of it. So thank you so much. That's all I wanted to say from my side.
Yeah. Well,
And
one
big thanks to mentors and organizers.
let's take a group photo. So we have, I think, 18 people on the call. So if you can all open your cameras, and then we can do a nice Group
And we
photo.
can make a loud noise. Unmute everyone and say something.
Okay, let's all say
Thank you, all of you.
say like
Thank you, sir.
Tisa Tisa on three, okay? So and I'll like to take a photo as well at the same time. If you can all open your cameras. बढ़िया. Okay, let me also do mine. Okay, so on three we'll say Tisa. Okay? And you can stammer if you want, block anything you want. Okay. One, two, three.
Tisa.
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 Tisa,
Tisa, Tisa.
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 Good, बढ़िया. Okay, guys. So then see you next Sunday. And also as well in your weekly meeting with your mentors, you'll meet. Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
बाय ऑल।
Bye 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 bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.